Okay. Okay, so good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank all the organizers, the moderator here, and the technician over there for giving me the opportunity to be here. And so I made this research with Professor Migozzi, who says hi to you all. He couldn't come with me today. But today with you, I would like to discuss a topic that I would say it's technical, but also deeply social. That is, there is digitalization of services and underestimated potential to create new barriers. However, there is a key to overcome this challenge. That is continuing learning and training. So in other words, upskilling and reskilling provide people with with skills not to be left behind, and most important, to be protagonists of the digital transformation we are facing nowadays. We just saw with Tanya all the fundamentals of this digital transformation. And so basically today I will give you the Italian picture. So he's okay. So with this slide, I'll just give you the main points I'm going to discuss today. So I will give you an overview, and so here is. Okay, an overview of the introduction, the main objectives we discussed about, the research questions, the literature review, research design, data collection analysis, the main key findings, some discussion conclusion, and future recommendations. Sorry, it's not working anymore because it's not. Sorry.
Let me see.
Absolutely, yeah. Sincronizzato.
Che è come se questo fosse sull'altro schermo.
Ah, ok.
Non riesco a sincronizzare, bisogna.
Ok, mi giro. Era solo perché non avevo capito questa cosa, scusa. So sorry. Okay, so introduction. Okay. So we saw that in Italy, as well as in other European countries, the digital transformation is triggering some other areas, such as healthcare, public services, and of course, education. But if not guided, this digital transformation can amplify the already existing inequalities. Also we can say that the digital divide is no longer just a question of access to technology, but it reflects deep cultural and educational and economic factors. Our ambitious goal here is try to build a digital society, an inclusive digital society. So our work focuses on these three main objectives. There are, first, we are analyzing how digitalization can sometimes generate these new barriers instead of eliminating them. Second, we explore how upskilling and reskilling can be considered as a tools to reduce the digital divide. And finally, we assess the real effectiveness of Italian and European digital inclusion policies, starting from data and case and best practices. So moving on, we regarding research questions, we try to respond these four questions. There are first, how does the digital divide manifest itself in Italy today? Secondly, which population segments are most affected by this exclusion? And third, what is the actual impact of training and reskilling initiative? And finally, which model of institutional cooperation are most effective in bridging this gap? And these questions allow us to develop our methodology and our conclusions. Regarding the literature review, it shows that the concept of the digital divide is evolving. So as I mentioned before, it's no longer just about having access to internet, but rather is more how people is able to engage with the digital tools and are able to use these digital tools. Also, socioeconomic status, geography, and educational level and age all influence the digital inclusion. And as also mentioned before by Tanya, the ethical implications needs to be taken into consideration. Without addressing all of these dimensions, digitalization risks becoming a vector of exclusion instead of empowerment. Moving on, regarding research design, we conduct a qualitative analysis and research with an interdisciplinary and case study approach. Our research drew on case studies from Italy and across Europe. So we focused on the intersection of policy, education and technology, and of course, human rights. Basically, we examine institutional documents like Digital Economy and Society Index, that is DAISY, ISTAT, from Italy Statistics, and Digital Decade Framework. Really, this helps us reconstruct all the picture of the Italian situation, identifying both the weaknesses and promising initiatives. Here, if you will read the research paper, you will see that here I'm referring to the Innovation, Education and Skills project that we are running in our university and department, and also other European initiatives such as the European Digital Apps. Data collection and analysis. So in this section of our work, we cross references data from various official and academic resources. Here, allow me to read some numbers, for example, according to the European Commission's DAISY data, less than half of Italians aged 16 to 74 possess basic digital skills. So here, what I mean is that millions of people are unable to use a search engine effectively, such as send an email with the attachment or access public services online. The problem in Italy is also related to the differences between south and north. North of Italy, in the south of Italy, only 36% have these skills, the basic skills, I mean, compared to the 55% of north of Italy. So we reworked the ISTAT data and benchmark Italy against the rest of Europe, and highlighting two particular critical issues. First, the shortage of STEM graduates. Only 1.5% of Italian youth choose this academic career compared to the 4.5% of Europe. Another issue is between male and female. More male choose STEM academic career instead of compared to young girls. And another challenge is for the companies that face difficulties in recruiting ICT professionals because of the shortage of the digital skills, 75%. So from our analysis, the main key findings emerge are basic digital illiteracy remains widespread in entire Italy, not only among older people, but also among young with low educational levels. Second, territorial inequalities are striking. The digital divide, as we saw, is deeper in south of Italy compared to the north, where infrastructure, training courses, and digital job opportunities are lacking. And companies also are unable to find skilled people with the proper digital skill. We saw that 30% adapting AI tools during the everyday life and work basically. So finally, we found that many public and private initiatives are often disconnected from one another. This generate a lack of outcome monitoring and fail to adopt long-term vision. These delay systematic impact, basically, especially from the most vulnerable part of the population. I would say that what is needed here is a great coordination and continuity, and also an holistic approach to place people at the center instead of having technology in the center. So about discussions, so with these findings, thank you, lead us to a clear conclusion. Digital inclusion cannot be achieved through isolated interventions. We need integrated strategies that involve schools, universities, and businesses, and of course, public administrations. Another thing to take into consideration is cultural resistance that remains a major obstacle. Particularly in contexts where innovation is perceived as a threat rather than a resource. I remember when ChatGPT came out, everyone seems very afraid about the fact that it can replace us as a human being, but obviously this is not, it's quite impossible, at least in my opinion. So another aspect to consider is a public-private partnership that are essential. They must be built on trust, share objectives, and a common language, digital, also from a digital point of view. And above all, we need ethical principles to guide this transformation, ensuring that technology serves people and not the other way around. So in conclusion, the digital divide, as we saw at the beginning, is both technical issues and a social emergency. If we don't act, we risk a future in which this digitalization deepens existing inequalities. This is why training alone is not enough. We must create the condition for a broader cultural transformation that makes every citizen feel part of the digital world. So we really stress about the concept of having the person at the center. So the technologies are already here, and what is missing is the ability to turn them into tools for inclusion. We discussed discuss with a colleague that is here, inclusion and more, if you want to go further with the concept of belonging. And we believe this is a real challenge of our time. So last final words about our recommendations. Strengthen digital education from primary school, promote STEM education, especially among girls, expand access of upskilling and reskilling programs for workers, especially in small and medium enterprises, and foster collaborative ecosystems involving digital hubs, universities and local institutions. Or everything with from an ethical and inclusion and sustainability perspective. So thank you very much for your attention. And if you have any question, I'll be happy.
All right, thank you, Serena.